Those are actually quite nice. Usually when I find those, there'll be something wrong with them. Looks like someone left out some stuff or something. I don't know. I see the comment often in my videos I should take hangers for my freetail store, but I've already got enough of those. It's turned into a beautiful day out here. It was overcast and kind of gross out, but it's just turned real pretty quickly. What's that? Nah. Snatch up this umbrella.
Oh.
You don't mind, do you?
No.
You want it?
No.
It's nice.
I don't. I could use an umbrella.
Mist Harbor.
Hey, well, thanks.
Let's see.
Maybe it's actually got the harbor.
I think this is a very nice one.
Let's see.
Let's see if my gut's right. It's got just a tiny little hole right there.
Yeah.
It's not really a hole. It's kind of just a loose thread.
Well, no, you keep it.
It's got a bend there too.
Oh.
You want it?
No.
I'm just gonna take it to the scrapyard.
Where, is that where you take it?
Yeah.
What do they just give you a few cents for it or something?
Yeah, this would be like 5 cents.
Okay.
About a pound.
So
you can use it for a while.
Yeah.
It'll work for a while.
So you're not looking for clothes or anything. You're just looking for
just anything. Like that's nice right there.
Yeah.
And then it's gonna be scrap metal in there.
So you just look for the metal.
Nah. Anything of value.
Does clothes have any value to you?
Yeah, I take a lot of clothes.
And where do you take them to?
Usually just take them to I have a freetail store.
Oh,
I'm making
really?
a video right now.
Oh,
you might be on video.
You're on video.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Well,
hello.
You're getting it from the Philippines. So you've got a little store.
Yeah, I just give stuff away for free.
Oh really?
And I make money making videos about it.
Oh really?
I haven't really got my clothes system down yet. I can find so many clothes. Like I might just find bags and bags of clothes.
Right.
It's overwhelming.
Well, you're getting ready to see bags and bags of clothes for me.
Yeah. When are you gonna put them in there? Are they nice stuff like what you're wearing now?
Yeah.
Polos and jean shorts and stuff. What time?
I don't know. I tell you what.
Tonight?
No, probably. I've lived at 204, which is on this side.
Yeah.
On the other side, and I've lived there since August, and I just moved in my stuff last 2 weeks ago. So, I'll probably in the next week or so. But I can give you my phone number.
Nah, that's all right.
Do you check over here on a regular basis?
Nah, just randomly. You could just like throw them next to here if they're gonna be in bags.
Okay.
If you just put them like over here, or maybe kind of behind the dumpster.
Okay, I can do that.
So I can see them peeking out.
I'll just put them behind the dumpster.
Yeah. And then if I don't get them, someone else might come along and get them.
I'll put them behind the dumpster.
Yeah. All right. All right.
No
Hey, take it easy, man.
Oh yeah, you take care.
That reminds me of sniglets. We haven't done sniglets in a while. What did we decide on that? I kind of like dumpster berry. For those of you who don't know what sniglets are, it's from a show called Not Necessarily the News. You can Google it. Google sniglets real quick. Fan and vacuum, and I should have waited to touch that bag because it let a bunch of water out. That's a weird dumpster, you know? Oh, it's just missing lids. But let's see. I don't want to lean down because that water's gonna go in the back of my neck. Alrighty. I don't know if you noticed in my last couple of videos, down in the description I've linked up a stock trading site, a new one that is free to use in a sense that it doesn't charge you any money to make trades. I don't know anything about the stock market. I've never had any experience whatsoever, but doing this dumpster diving a couple weeks ago, I started getting a hunch in my mind about some things that will probably be pretty big business in time. And so I investigated them. I wanted to see if there was any companies out there doing what I have in mind as far as all this plastic stuff you see, and how that will one day come to an end. And I wanted to see if I could find any companies out there I could invest in that might be gonna do something about that one of these days. And anyways, I got to looking, and like most it used to be, well, it still is, if you want to invest in the stock market, just to make one like trade or whatever, you would need to pay like $5 for a trade or something, you know. And I saw some places that were offering like such and such amount of free trades to start, you know, and then it just goes to normal like $5, $6, $7 a trade. And you know, for people such as myself, it doesn't really make a lot of sense to invest, to make, you know, buy $20 worth of stock and pay $5 to make to buy it. You know, it just doesn't make any sense. And I think that's probably why a lot of people don't know anything about the stock market. And so the last couple weeks I've been learning. I found this new site where it's free, like I said, and I have it linked up down in the description. And if you click on that link and just apply for an account, I'll give you, well, they'll give you, but me telling you about it is going to lead to them giving you one free stock. And it's totally free. It's not going to cost you anything, and it's kind of fun. Now you can lose all your money in the stock market if you don't pay attention to what you're doing. But this site is geared for new and small investors, and it's kind of a teaching tool. I'm learning a lot about it. And this is a plastic, heavy plastic. But anyways, if you just go apply for an account down there using that link in the description, they'll give you a free stock. It'll probably be like $3 or $4, but it's yours. And after like a couple days, you can sell it and just take the money if you want. But the site's pretty cool. Like I say, it's geared for people that don't know really anything about anything. It's very interesting. It's kind of a revolutionary type deal. I imagine it's pretty disruptive in the stock market world as far as the businesses that make money off commissions and stuff, because they're just letting people trade for free. It's I guess it's kind of a big deal. If you take advantage of that free stock, then they say there's like a 1 in 100 chance, or I've seen two different pieces of information. It used to say 1 in 150, but now it says 1 in 100 on their site. You might get a stock like Apple or a big company. It could be worth a couple $100 or something. You have a small chance of doing that, but most likely, for 99 people out there out of the 100, you're gonna get like a $3 or $4 stock. Like the last one I got was Home Depot, or no, Office Depot. I got an Office Depot one for like $3.50 or something, and then after a couple days I can sell it, and I can buy stock in something else with that money. And that's the cool thing. If you have just $3.75 in your account, you can use that money to buy a stock in any company on the stock market. Well, that has a stock price lower than that, of course, but that's kind of the point of the site, is the fact that if you only have $3.75, you can invest that into the stock market through this site, because it doesn't cost anything to do it. See what I mean? I'm sure that's been a big deterrent to most of the people out there listening, is because, you know, who's going to pay a $5 commission to make a trade to buy a $3 stock? You know, no one. It's just unheard of. But now it's free, so it's pretty cool, man. Now, if you only have 20 bucks, you can send 20. You can deposit 20 bucks, and you can invest 20 bucks in the stock market now for free. You know, and it wouldn't make sense to do that if you had to pay a $5 commission. You know, you'd lose 25% of your money just buying the stock. So anyways, I think you got my point. That's pretty cool. Let me know if there's anyone out there that would like to see what I've been doing so far, what kind of stocks I've been buying. It might be kind of handy. It might be really good information for some people, because like if a professional that is highly experienced on the subject, if they try to tell you about it, they might just talk way over your head, and you just be like, what are you talking about? But I don't know anything about anything, except for in the last week and a half or so. I've been teaching myself, so I might be able to open your eyes about the stock market on a small level, as a small investor. You know, I've been learning some of the things. Like, I didn't know that there's a thing called dividends. So like if you buy $100 worth of stock and it goes down to $98 in that stock, you've lost $2. But they pay a dividend quarterly, like say it's 5% or something, 3 or 4 or 5%, and you get that dividend. It's kind of like interest on a savings account, and they give you that money every quarter. See, I never knew that that's how the stock market works. So as a noob, as a total noob that doesn't know anything about it, I might be able to really open your eyes. Some of you, I mean, some of you already know, I'm sure, way more than I do. But my point is this site is geared for people that don't know anything or know very little. Anyways, check out that link in the description if you want to. I mean, I don't want anyone to get hooked on the stock market and waste their money. If you ever buy anything, make sure you do your homework and know what you're doing. With that being said, it is kind of fun to not know anything and just invest a couple dollars and just sit there and not sit there, but just, and then watch and see what happens. I think that's the best way to learn, is if you invest just a few dollars and then just kind of get a feel for what's going on and learn from the bottom up. That's kind of interesting. What is going on over here? It would appear someone left a box of food out here, and I think the garbage truck set the dumpster down on top of it, or maybe a car backed over it or something. Oh. Oof. Ay, ay, ay. Had some comments a while back about these things. These types of devices are designed to hold the lids open without going all the way down, because if you're any shorter than me, it's basically impossible to close the lid. See what I mean? It's easy to go like that, but it's hard to get enough leverage on a big long lid just by pressing right there. Oh, I forgot to show you what I found before I turned the video on, or the camera on. Nothing too exciting. Got my air pump in there, battling a leaky tire, so let's get that out. It's actually a really nice pump. It's a Bell. I found this a long time ago. It's got a little gauge built right in. It's pretty slick. It's about the nicest one I've ever had. Okay, I stopped by that fish store where I got those LED lights a while back, and they throw out all kinds of gear like this. I think that's like some kind of water circulator, some sort of pump of some sort. It's got a magnet on there, as you can see. It's kind of interesting. That's just gonna be scrap metal. They throw away a lot of old stuff. What else is in there? Really not a whole lot, I guess. This is stuff from a fish store. Some other cords down there. Guess that's it. Guess that's why I didn't turn the camera on. What do you think? So the reason why I started checking into that stock market is because get this to stop rattling. You open up these dumpsters and what do you see? Plastic, plastic, plastic. It's just plastic all over the place. And I imagine, I could be wrong, but I imagine one day that's gonna change and something's gonna have to replace it. So I started looking like biodegradable packaging, and then I started noticing there's a lot of places that are starting to make bioplastics. It's actually a plastic that degrades. It's kind of interesting stuff, but I couldn't really find one company to invest in. There's a lot of new stuff going on out there, but that's kind of what I started thinking about. It's just gonna come to a point one day where this is gonna have to stop. You know what I mean? That plastic stuff's just gonna have to stop. They're gonna have to change into something else. It's just, I mean, the way I see it, it's just gonna have to happen, you know. There's just no way around it. So that's what got me interested in it. Well, my camera just malfunctioned. I had stopped at this thing because it's pretty cool. It's kind of along the lines of what I was just talking about. I mean, not really, but it's kind of an innovative product. The Bagster, dumpster in a bag. So I guess that's just super portable. They can deliver it anywhere, and then it carries an extreme amount of stuff. And I took these apart. There's big concrete blocks in there. I really don't want that. Like I was saying, I'm out of my comfort zone here. I usually have a dumpster where I can like smash that blocks off of there real quick, but anyways, they will have a problem with wind though. Wind can blow stuff out of there real easy. That's a waste management deal. Thebagster.com. Pretty cool. Pretty innovative. What do you think? So I turned the camera off to start taking this apart, and I realized I wasn't even recording. That's just so annoying. So in the joints of these poles, when you unscrew them, there's those little chunks of aluminum. Those are kind of fun little guys. I think it's pretty cool. I imagine they got the handle. It's like a big duffel bag. I'm not sure how it works, but they probably have a contraption, some kind of forklift, I suppose, that they grab both the handles and probably just pick it right up into the back of the truck or something. I'd like to see how that really works. My last video, I took a aluminum rim tire to the tire shop and had them take off the rubber. It cost $5. With these steel rims, they're not worth $5, so that makes sense to do that. But if you took them off yourself, these are nice little jobbies. That's probably maybe 25, 30 pounds, maybe 30 pounds. By today's low prices, this $1.50, $3 combined. Do a little rearranging. Let's see, that ought to do the trick. Looks pretty good. So these aren't anything special, but considering they were just laying there, it's pretty much the same thing as just finding $3 laying on the ground. So in that respect, they're quite wonderful. Toyota. I think that's an airbag. Look at that. That's an airbag. Oh, it's exploded. It's an old airbag. Oy. It's a problem with those oil filters. They're nasty stuff. This is a auto shop, obviously. It's an old car wash. Old car washes are pretty cool for certain types of business to move into. Hey, look at it. whole big box of food. That's a bunch of beef stew. Best Buy, October 2018. Ugh. October. Spaghetti sauce, April 18. That beef stew's probably still pretty good. I don't like showing this kind of stuff on my videos because it's one thing for a person to take something like that for themselves and risk their own well-being, you know, risk their own. No one can say anything about what someone does for themselves, but if I make a video where 10,000 people watch me take food out of the dumpster, that's gonna end up, you know, pretty much probably killing somebody. It's really irresponsible for anyone to say that any food is good in these things. I mean, it's just, it could very easily be bad, no matter what it is. I just know that because of the amount of stuff I've opened. That's just rotten, stale, gross stuff. I know some people really take offense to that. It's just the truth. There is also a lot of good stuff out there. There's no doubt about that. Let's go wrap it up. I didn't find a whole lot in this video. Kind of a short video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you will sign up at that stock market site and get yourself a free stock. And as always, thanks for watching.